Oh my god, this seems like some... What's up, everyone? I think we're live. We are live. All right. So this is one of those streams where I feel like it's almost a mistake that I hit the go live button because, as per usual, I have no idea what the heck I'm going to do. But yeah, I was just out of it today. I was just taking a nap. I fell asleep. Forgot to set everything up. I had some plans on stuff I was going to do, but I don't know what we're going to do. We'll take a look at a few things. We got the chair here that I painted after we put it together on the last live stream. And those of you that follow my Instagram probably seen that already. We could talk about that here in a little bit, some of the mistakes I made and such. Let's see. Got to do the usual thing and try to get this shared out on the old Instagram. Thor, what's up? Thor, I have no idea what we're gonna make tonight exactly. We got a few things potentially. It might be another chair night actually. I do have something I can show you that I'm working on, but it's being used in a video, YouTube video, so I can't really work on it here. Otherwise, I won't be able to get the footage for the video. Hey, Duffman, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? Okay, now I gotta remember where I can go to get the link for this stream. Put my arm, hopefully I don't knock this camera. And you can see the chair. I tried to do some silver on the edges of everything, kind of like that, and it looked pretty good in person, but it really didn't look good on camera. I went way overboard, so I kind of knocked it back and painted over a lot of it, just playing around. You know, you got to experiment. Copy. Whoop. Finally on the tail end of this sickness. Been sick for 2 weeks. Yeah, Duffman, you've been saying that. Always feels good when you get better, though, that's for sure. Thors. Okay, I'm in the process of customizing my own motherboard, but better than Mattel version. Better that than Mattel version. I'm not sure what you mean by motherboard. You mean motherboard for a computer? Eldor, what's up, Eldor? How you doing, man? Anybody, Duffman, you been working on anything, or you just been working on trying to heal yourself up? A lot of the stuff you mess with making this stuff, it's not really great for when you have a cold, because it's kind of can irritate the sinuses and such, dust and all that. Motherboard, the new MOTU, Masters of the Universe figure. Yeah, I'm not so up on all the toy stuff. I mean, I get it. I'm kind of like in the periphery of the toy world, not directly in the center of it. Okay, cool. Cool. Let me get this copied. She's one of the new characters from Revolution. I haven't watched any of that stuff. And Duffman says he's been down and out. Yeah, dying sick. I've had that feeling before. Hopefully not again. Yeah, there's nothing like that feeling where you can barely get up to go to the bathroom. It's just not too terribly pleasant. "12-inch figures, huh? That's cool. They do a whole line of the 12-inch figures, or just some special ones?" You know, honestly, I already have... It takes up so much room, just all the dioramas and stuff already, and the hobby stuff. I can't even imagine if I actually started getting a big figure collection. I would need a whole other apartment to put everything in, probably. Although the dioramas are a lot bigger. Okay. Let's take a look here. So, now that the link is sent out, I don't have to be fiddling around on my phone. Like I was saying, I did paint this chair that we did last week in here. And some of the stuff I did with it, I wasn't super happy with, so I kind of dialed it back. I put this silver line. See how it's got that metallic on it right there? I did that on like every single line. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I drank too much tea or something, but I started putting it on everything. Usually when you do something like that, you just put it in certain spots here and there to, like, you know, accentuate that the paint was chipped away. But I was just like, you know what? I don't know. It kind of looks cool. And I just got crazy carried away, but I painted over it again and toned it back down, and I like it a lot more now the way it looks than the way it was looking. Only thing I would do a little different with this, if I was going to make another one, is it's just a touch too tall. You can see there his feet. I mean, you can kind of, like, you know, point him down, but it looks like he's in a chair a little bit too tall for him. And some of it's because he's got this cape and stuff over here that's kind of boosting him up. So if he's, I don't know, like Mr. Fantastic probably looks... even still, it's pretty big on him. So, something else I've been doing, I teased it on my Instagram story, and that is another computer console. I'm kind of going console, spaceship, sci-fi crazy right now. And that's this big old honking thing. So this is like a giant center console for, you know, basically a spaceship. Could be any kind of control or command center, you know, or whatever like that. Still got to do all the details and add the frames, and then, you know, do all the buttons and all that kind of stuff. And I would work on this tonight, but as I said earlier, I'm doing a YouTube video on this particular one, so it's going to be difficult. Like, I couldn't use this. It's hard to get the live footage to... It's just not going to work. I need to build it while I'm filming for YouTube, not filming for a live, so unfortunately I can't work on that tonight. But that's pretty cool. Apparently I'm just going to continue to make bigger and bigger consoles until I have a whole Starship bridge at some point. Seems to be the direction it's going in. Let's see, statically animated. I like how the chair came out. No, wow, the huge console is going to be nice. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. I'm not sure on the color scheme I'm going to use on the console yet. Very fond of the red color scheme I used for the other ones, but I also feel like it would go, like this chair looks like a captain's chair, like sitting in the back, kind of like Star Trek style. So it might be the green, or I might do another bold color, something like a blue, maybe blue gray. I've done some orange and white before, which looks really kind of snazzy, but I don't know if it's not going to fit any of the figures I have. That's kind of like Mass Effect, Overwatch kind of vibe, I guess. Eduardo, what's up, Eduardo? How you doing tonight, man? Okay, so what are we going to get into? I think I'm just going to build another chair real quick, but not a throne style chair. It's going to be pretty similar, I think, to the other chair that I've built, because I want to have something to sit at these consoles, and this style chair is a little bit too big. This would be like the command chair or something like that, you know. Wouldn't be right at the front console, so we'll get something without arms probably for that. So let me take a look at this red chair. Yeah, something a little bit more like this one I did a few weeks ago. I never filmed any footage whatsoever of building this. And I'm probably not going to do it exactly the same way as this, but you know, in this direction is probably what I'm going to try for right now. And thank you everyone for stopping by and coming to hang out with me on Friday night. I know it's a little bit late, but that happens all the time. Please hit the like button. I appreciate that. That kind of helps push it out in the algorithm. Although we're pretty chill here, we're just gonna hang out and you know, do a little chit chat, and probably gonna flip over the hot wire cam here in a second and start pre-cutting some parts to make another chair. All right, let's take a look at the old hot wire cam. Alrighty. Go ahead and cut this one off. Oh man, we got the T right there. So, you saw I messed that part up at the end there. The foam kind of came up a little on me. So basically, this is going to be pretty close to a copy of that other chair, obviously. Yeah, just like that. No problem, I'm working too. Okay, Thor. So let's get some skinny sticks out here. Oh yeah, we're gonna need the hot glue gun for this one. So I don't think I mentioned it on any of my, I don't know if I put a picture, no I don't think I did, but I just got a laser cutter. So I'm gonna be starting to do some stuff with that soon. Although I don't really know if that would make very good YouTube content because, you know, it's just a machine kind of cutting stuff. Whoa, there goes Deadpool. Let's grab this handy dandy stick cutter thingy. See the super accurate finger measurement I got going on there. Very precise. Loose tolerances. Yeah, you know. The only thing that won't look good with that, Duffman, is, you know, on something like this where it's supposed to be a repeat object, then obviously I'll try to get it as close as possible. But, you know, not that big of a deal. close enough is good enough. I mean, even with these, like on the angles on all the monitors, they're all different. When you look from the back, it's going to kind of look junky. But I might put something over there, just a little piece of trim to cover everything up. But I don't know yet, because this might be kind of backed up against something. You're probably not going to see the back side of it too much. But I don't know, I also like that aesthetic in science fiction where things are just a little bit kind of slapped together, where it doesn't necessarily look, like Star Trek, everything is very crisp, and that's cool. But I also like The Expanse is one, and just a lot of the old sci-fi kind of low budget stuff is always just kind of junk thrown in there. So everything doesn't have to be perfect. Come on, hot glue. I guess I can take the time here to sand this down a little bit. That is way too much. Yeah, that's about right. I'm not even sure how to say your name, dude. It looks like Fat Red FU, but I could be way off on that, so not exactly sure. But how are you doing? Fat Red Foo. Gotcha. Fat Red Foo. Slightly less aggressive than the FU that I put in there, but that's good. I don't think this is a skinny stick. I didn't use a skinny stick on that because that would have been silly. It's supposed to support weight. I used a full-size popsicle stick. That's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, let's chop this thing up. What am I doing? There we go. Whoa. It's awkward when you say it out loud. Everything gets awkward when I say it out loud, dude. So, sorry. I apologize for that. So I would probably recommend against using just hot glue for this, but that's what I'm about to do. Duff, what'd you have? Did you have the coof, you said? remember if it was that or just a bug. .1/12, man. 1/12 scale. Yeah, going to be very similar to this one. Yep. Yeah, that's what you said, right? Oh, sinus infection. Well, anything can knock the crap out of you, really. Just depends on how your immune system's doing. Do some bracing here on the sides too. Losing a lot of blood, blowing my nose. Hey, Duffman. So, I know exactly what Coumadin is because I was on warfarin for a little over a year. I had a, well, it was a bit of a medical mystery, but they treated me for a, what do you call it? Oh man, dude, this is the problem with getting older. I can't remember anything. Wow, I can't believe I can't remember. It was a blood clot in my lung. So, yeah, I had that and I had a kidney issue right at the same time together. They weren't sure what was causing the issues. They thought I might have had this clotting thing going on, so they put me on that too. I still take, they got me off of it after a while, over a year, but I'm on a full dose of aspirin every day, which they say, you know, reduces the chance, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that stuff is not fun. You just, every little bump, you get bruised up. If you get your nosebleed, it doesn't want to stop. You brush your teeth, it doesn't want to stop. I totally know what you mean. There you go, pulmonary embolism. Not fun. Wow, that was not fun. Not enjoyable. Super not enjoyable. That's exactly the word I was looking for, though. They put me on some something fancier for a while. It was the kind that you only have to take one a day and you don't have to keep getting your blood checked. But it was crazy expensive. But I had another issue come up about a month and a half later. Something went wrong in my kidney, and so they were like, "Nah, we're going to put you on the warfarin because it's more potent, or just more, regulated, easier for them to keep track of." And nothing else happened after that, fortunately. But we're still not totally sure exactly what caused all that. Started out with a blood clot in my left lung. Okay. Yeah, that's not good, dude. In my case, they couldn't find anything anywhere else in my body. Just for having problems. I had a problem in my lung, had a problem in my kidney, and so they were kind of basing things off of assumptions. But they were totally stumped on exactly what was going on. But yeah, that stuff is no joke. A lot of people don't realize that. You have clots that form all the time in your body, and they go into your lungs, and in the bottom of your lungs they get broken down. There's a hormone or something in there, and it dissolves the clots. But if the clot's too big, it can't get far enough down in there. It gets stuck in your lung, in the vascular system in your lung that is where the oxygen exchange. It's all when you're in the hospital, you start reading all this stuff. You're asking all the nurses questions because you want to know what the heck's going on. So, yeah, it's wild stuff. But yup, it's a very weird feeling when you're thinking about something like your own blood is messing with you, right? Because it's like it's your blood. It's part of you, but things can just go wrong. Yeah, the rest of your life. So they told me I have half of the genetic factor that makes the clots more likely to happen. My dad has it, I have it, but I only have half. If I had the whole thing, they said we're going to say I had to take it my whole life. But I only had this, one incident, and that's what they say. They say if you have one incident, you don't have a repeat. They'll let you. Obviously you always have the final say, but they won't recommend that you take it the rest of your life. But yeah, once you start having repeat incidences and you have certain risk factors, they strongly recommend to be on that. But it's rough, yeah, for sure. You're always worried about stuff. Yeah, I know what it's like, man. Always worried about it. You get in a car wreck or something like that. Tools. I was scared to handle my power saws and stuff. Or more cautious, not scared, but. In your leg, huh? Yeah. They have options. I know they have all kinds of stuff. They almost talked me into putting the filter in your. I know this has turned into the depressing medical stream. Sorry for everyone that doesn't want to hear this, but they talked me into the surgery for putting that. I think it's IVF filter, or what is it called? I don't know. Anyway, it's that little filter that goes in your main. I think it's your main vein, actually, but not that vein, and catches everything, all the clots going up. So the surgeon talked me into it because they weren't sure exactly what was going on the second time I was in the hospital. And the radiologist comes up and is like, dude, I've gone over every inch of your vascular system. There's no clots, there's no defects. This is ridiculous for you to get this. And I was surprised that another doctor actually stepped in, because I had like 15 doctors at that point, because they couldn't figure out what was going on. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't get that. Knock on wood, haven't had another problem since. Hopefully that stays that way. But it's been a couple of years now. I'm feeling much, much better. It's the little, I don't know if it's a stint. It's that little, it's like a little metal net that they stick in your vein. It will, if a clot moves from your leg or your lower body and it's traveling up towards your heart, it'll get stuck there. So if little chunks break off. The problem with those things is they shift, and like there's hooks in your wall of your your blood vessel, and they could tear and pieces could break off. And yeah. Anyway, enough of that. I don't even want to think about that crap. And Duffman, I'm pretty sure, after a period of time, they might let you, I think it's Eliquis, that other stuff. It's much easier to deal with your life than the warfarin, because you don't have to get that, they don't have to keep checking your levels every 4 weeks on that Eliquis, because it's not as dangerous. But like I said, it is extremely expensive unless you can get it covered. There's another one too. There's two different types of the brands of that newer drug. Because I found, even when they tell you something is, although if you happen to have the clot, it's visible there to them, they may or may not go for it. But you could always ask. All right, let's cut up some bits here. Do the hot wire cutter real quick. Yeah, okay, I took that. You know what, Duffman, honestly, that's what happened with me too, pretty much. But like I said, they still weren't sure if it was a clot, but I went home on the Eliquis after the pulmonary embolism, and then I had something caused my artery in my kidney to be blocked or broken, and like the top portion of my kidney basically died from lack of blood flow, which you don't need. It's fine now, everything's cool, my levels are normal, but it was very painful. And the Eliquis, they weren't sure if it was a clot or if it was what they called like a spontaneous dissection, like it just, my vein artery decided to rip or something, which I don't know, it's just wild. To the hot wire cam. Yeah, you're right, man. Let's get going. Look at that. Talk about a spontaneous dissection. Alrighty. Alberto, what's up, Alberto? Duffman, yes, sorry about the depressing medical stuff. To the Hotwire Cam, yeah, that's my fault too. It's easy to talk about for me, but we don't need to talk about it here too much more. I think we've gone over it enough. One good thing that did come out of all that is, as I was healing up from that, is what got me back into doing this and building the dioramas and stuff. So just kind of realized that I was missing doing something like this, and yeah, so that's kind of neat. All right, we're not going to use hot glue for these pieces. We're going to use some Aleene's tacky glue for these small bits. I'm not exactly sure what that means. A horse and a water gun. Horse and a water gun. Looks like a super soaker. Just getting the dials? Yeah. Yeah, they're fun, man. Are you an action figure collector? Oh, dead horse. Alright. Where is my knife? Fat Red, you're cool, man. I got it. Just took me a second. No worries, man. A 1/18th guy going through a midlife crisis. Right on. Yeah, playing around with different scales is really fun, actually. It brings a lot of new thoughts to everything when you change the scale on what you're doing. To be honest, 1/12 scale is probably not my favorite, but it happened to be, what most action figures are in. The smaller scales, I kind of want to do some stuff with smaller scales so I can build something grander, like fortresses and maybe some science fiction stuff too. But I think I'm gonna stick with this for right now. I've done some smaller stuff when people have had commissions they wanted me to do when I was taking commissions, which I'm not right now. I used to do some Warhammer stuff too. Yeah, everybody used to fix their G.I. Joes. They broke constantly. Paper towels. Where are the paper towels? Oh, I think I left the paper towels near my airbrush. Be right back. Okay, can't find my paper towels. Got some good old Cottonelle right here. What do I need? Let's get a tweezers. Nice. And Fat Red, yeah, that's something I tell people all the time is if they're going to want to start doing something like that, playing around with the dioramas, get the materials because they're pretty cheap. Just have them on hand so when you feel like it, you don't have the excuse of I have to go out and get everything. So that's cool. You have it there. It's only a matter of time before you start doing something. Boy, that was messy. Super messy. That is not one. Oh, it's got the hot glue. I got a little nub of hot glue there. It's messing with everything. Freaking hate hot glue sometimes. I tell you, this was a lot easier when I could see everything. What are you gonna do? Alberto says, my son is enjoying my O-Ring Joes and we started watching Star Wars Rebels, so I ordered the HasLab Ghost. This Price is playing with toys of my son. Yeah, that's very cool. Very, very cool. A lot of kids don't even have that tactile experience anymore, so neat that you're taking the time to do it. Duffman, how long you been working on that forest, man? I know you're sick, so you haven't made any progress recently, but it seems like it's been, wow, like half a year probably? I don't know. Quite some time. Fat Red Foo, let me ask you, man, where'd you, I don't think I've seen you in here before, and thank you for coming by. Where'd you hear about the stream? Was it from Instagram, like on the broadcast channel, or? Always curious to see where people kind of pick up on it from. This is not going super great here. Oh, you were notified. Okay, cool. No stalker. 2 months work just in trees. Yeah, that sounds about right. So how long for the whole diorama, Duffman? Oh, okay, cool. Last month or so. I always say it, I gotta put more videos out, but I don't know. I need to figure out another style of doing videos besides just, I don't know, maybe like a talking video here and there. It's not just a build video. Random send me a Dr. Pepper. Well, Eduardo, I would, but I don't know. Is that cool? Will that make it past customs? Fat Red, yeah, same thing, man. I like watching people make stuff too. It's cool. tacky glue sure is tacky. I've never actually used the Aleen's Clear. Great work, my guy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Stronger glue. You know, I don't know. I like the Aleen's. There's a few glues that I'd like to experiment with that I haven't tried, like the styrofoam specific, styro goo, all that kind of stuff. There is one from Army Painter that I got, but I got it as part of like a set, and that stuff was good. It dried super fast. It was for the base material, like putting on pebbles and stuff. It's actually this stuff right here. I don't even know if they sell it separately. XPS foam glue. It dries super fast. It was like maybe 45 minutes and it's turning clear. Super fast for white glue. And I found that it held a lot of stuff in place, but it's probably crazy, quite expensive for building larger dioramas, I would guess. A lot of their products are nice, but anything that's geared towards the war game hobby, anything that even remotely close to Warhammer tends to be a bit more expensive. And I'm having no luck with this this tacky glue today. Okay. What a funk! What's up, man? How you doing? Up late working on something, John? Just made a mark. Oh, there it is. Oh, dude, come on, stay still. Alberto, absolutely. Good night. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. What a funk. How'd that Family Feud stream go, man? I was only in there for a little bit. I kind of had to go do some stuff. Did you like that format, using the polls, or do you like having all the chat kind of jump in on stuff a little bit more? I know you're just experimenting. Alberto said, drop a like and follow and share. Thank you very much for that. I'm not super great at promoting myself, so any help like that that is appreciated. Look at this. Everything I'm gluing at least as much to my hand tonight. Where are we at here? Okay. Yeah, so for anyone that hasn't been here from the beginning, I'll just show a couple of things I showed earlier. And that is this big old computer console thing that I'm working on right here. On Instagram, if you follow me, you probably saw some of the other consoles I've done. They're smaller. But this one is significantly bigger, go figure. I'm going to put all the buttons and everything on here, do some frames around. These are going to be computer monitors, very much in the same style as this guy right here. What's up, Brick Something? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. And yeah, so, but unfortunately, I can't build this on the live stream because I am filming the process to do a YouTube video, and I don't want to leave anything out. So I'm kind of itching to work on it, but I'm not going to do it now. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go with the red, though. I really have been liking the way the red's coming out, but I always want to change the color every time I do something here lately. It might be green because I have this, I have this chair that we made in the last stream. And it's kind of like a command chair. It looks like, you know, maybe the captain's chair on some Star Trek stuff, so it could kind of sit back. And then you would have, you know, some of these chairs, like the one we're working on tonight, like up front for like, you know, the helm or whatever you want to label those stations. But yeah, we'll have the YouTube video out on this hopefully in a week or so, because it's been probably a good 3 or 4 weeks since I put out a YouTube video. And here I am as par for the rest of the night. I just glued my random glue block onto the back of the console I'm working on, because yeah, I'm just gluing it to everything. Let's go ahead. Nice. I just set that over there for now. So what are you up to tonight, Brick? And Bobby Pierce, first time here, love the inspiration. Thank you for coming by, Bobby. I don't even know what I'm gonna do half the time I start these streams. I usually write some notes out. I think my notes for today have, let me see if it even has a chair on it. Let's see. And I say that because actually just doing this is inspiration. I've noticed that. If I'm stuck or I'm kind of like not doing, not, I mean, I usually have other projects going, but something for this, I don't have something going specifically for this. Just getting in front of the camera and knowing that I need to do something just forces me to do something. So it's actually pretty nice to kind of get going on something. So live stream was robot. I thought about building a robot from scratch. I don't know how that would turn out. Fix the stone window, which I have sitting right there. It's not level. Make a starship. I thought about making a little model starship. I don't know how big though, just thinking. And yep, chair wasn't even on there, but that's what we're doing, building a chair. Brick Something says, I should be editing a video for the channel, but I'm lost in Zelda Breath of the Wild while I listen to and see your progress. Well, thanks for coming by, and I totally know that feeling. I often tell myself the lie that I'm going to put a stream on in the background while I get work done. And that happens sometimes. It depends on the type of stream. But more and more lately, I definitely notice that I end up zoning out or starting to look at the stream and not get too much done. Podcast style stuff that's mostly just talking head with no visual element is a lot easier for me to do that on. But yeah, I totally know what you mean. Editing video is a lot of work. You gotta once you kind of like get going on it, it's not too bad. But like putting it all together and then doing a voiceover, it's time consuming. Your console's cool. Thank you, man. Eduardo asks, random curiosity, do you like Star Wars or Star Trek more? I like them both. They're both different. I probably am more of a Star Trek fan just because Star Trek is so much more infinitely nerdy than Star Wars that it's like one drop of Trekkie overpowers about half a cup of Star Wars nerd in you. That one drop of Trekkie is far more potent, I think. So yeah, I grew up watching Star Trek, but I love Star Wars. The old Star Wars though. There's a couple of the newer movies that are okay. The prequels were fine. Bobby says, do you use actual photos for reference or just winging it? So yeah, I do a lot of, I use a lot of reference, but a lot of winging it too. It's a mix. I go on Pinterest a lot. I have folders saved of different things. And every time I decide on an object that start doing an object I'm not too familiar with, I'll look at the basic structure of it. But a lot of real world objects too, like when I make a chair or a door or something, I'll look at a chair or a door in my house, get the measurements off that, and then sometimes I'll do a sketch. Give me just one moment. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. And brick something 100%. Yep, definitely. Definitely. if you listen to any of the bigger YouTubers that talk about their process, oftentimes they say getting an editor is good. Obviously, you need a budget to get an editor, but I don't think it's quite as expensive as you might think it is. Something to think about if you start, actually earning. Yeah, Bobby, totally. Well, look, when you have the idea or you feel inspired, even if you don't act on it that moment, having the references when you think, oh, it'd be really cool to make this, you get the photos, you put them up. So when you're feeling dry, you can just pull them out and kind of go through what you got. It's very, very useful. Needs to be a little. Let me chop something up real quick. This might work actually. But Bobby, I will say this, I do find if I'm just not scared and I just, because you get stuck in wanting things to be a certain way. If I just start something and don't even really plan that much, things usually turn out not too bad. Just get going and you can kind of just put stuff together, start playing with the shapes, and just like drawing, you do a rough sketch first, so everything's kind of just rough shapes, and then you slowly put more and more details on it and things come together. It's a little, like I said, it's a little scary because you don't know exactly where it's going while you're doing it, but that's kind of cool. How long have I been? Man, I don't know. I'm extremely hot and cold with things. I on and off. So, I'm in my mid 40s, and I was making stuff out of foam when I was 18, 19. But for Warhammer, then I stopped. I started doing action figure dioramas probably around 2014, somewhere around there. Stopped, started, stopped, started. Nice. Yeah, I find usually if I could just get myself going, things pop out. purposely made this one a little bit shorter, just a little shorter. Just like that, you have a sci-fi chair, absolutely. The blue stuff is EVA foam or craft foam that they sell in those little packs at everywhere, Walmart, all the craft stores. Getting things to scale. Yeah, I mean it can be. You just gotta. Well, you said you were doing 1/18 scale, which is, smaller. But you can kind of cheat, too. It just depends on how... Oh, no! Oops. Hold on a second. For sure, for sure. Blue stuff's very soft, so you can't really use it for structure. But very, very nice for trim. Especially if you don't have a hot wire foam cutter. And although I'm not doing it here, because it comes in so many nice bright colors like this blue, it also comes in, like I got a pack, it's in like 10 colors. If you paint everything up, you can put it on at the end and actually use the color foam because, this is a pretty nice color. And it's also kind of soft. When you put the paint on it, like this is the same foam. It gets pretty much the same consistency as everything else. Still a little softer. Doesn't dent as easily. That's why I like to use it on chairs sometimes too, because I don't know if you can see, but there's like all those dents in the foam. Doesn't really happen on this too much because it's got some more give to it. So if you're putting figures on it, it doesn't get dented quite as easy. But yeah, just having those different thicknesses of material adds variety to it, makes it look cooler. Which once again I can do on the hot wire cutter. but I would say at this thickness, this stuff is, the blue stuff's a little stronger too. Again with the swivel. I didn't even remember that swivel. I should have known that was going to come up though. Probably going to get me to do a swivel eventually. Everyone with the swivel. But yeah, exactly. Fat Red, you just do the math on it and it's not super hard. If you're doing something small and repeat like bricks or something like that, it can be very annoying to try and do it all to scale. And I will cheat sometimes. Some people are very particular and they won't do that. Just depends. Go to the hot wire cam and do a little bit more trim on this. Duffman Dioramas. I got commissioned to make a fan for Gremlins to swing around on the bar. It's on my IG. Alright, maybe I'll check that out later. Or you could send it to me, Duffman. Bad that angle was. Got a link, Duffman. Let's see. Brick something. I finally did my first foam project 2 weeks ago. It was really fun. Yeah, foam's cool. You know, it's quick to have what you have in your mind come out because it's so soft, but it's still structurally strong enough to build something out of. So, you know, if you try to do wood, you got to get all these tools and everything, which I have quite a few of them downstairs, but I wouldn't be able to film it. You know, you're going from power tool to power tool unless you're doing everything by hand, which you can. But yeah, that's the cool thing about foam. Just a knife and a ruler, and you can kind of just get the general shapes to just come out. This is a little bit taller than I wanted, so am I going to totally mess this up by cutting it by hand? Maybe. Maybe not. Looks like it'll work. Okay, Duffman. Here, let me see if I got it real quick. Very cool, man. Very cool. Does that have a actual motor on it, or are you spinning it? Obviously, it's made out of wood, I'm guessing, to have that much strength. Motor, ordered the parts off Amazon. Very cool. 8 of those motors for $7. Wow. That's nice. What's it running off of? Like one little AA battery? Or a 9 volt? Probably a AA. Maybe 2 AA's. Or do you have it rigged to a USB? Those are 5 volts, right? Alright, what's next here? Two AAA's. Okay, cool. I have the adapter where you could run it off the wall socket too. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, it's always good to have options. Random, you already made a cemetery diorama. I have done some cemetery stuff. I'd never finished my giant one. I had a video where I was making this big cemetery. I still have the wall and parts. I might work on that more this year, but I have a bunch of tombstones. Some of them are handmade out of foam, and some of them are 3D printed that I designed. It's very simple. You know, I say I designed. It's pretty simple to design them in Blender. You know, it's just a cross. Let me show you a couple of them, actually. Couple of them, I just grab like a handful. I have a lot, probably 3 or 4 times as many as this. Get this camera turned on. Okay, there it is. But yeah, these over here are made of foam. These over here are 3D prints. What are you getting ready to do with the new laser? You know, I'm not exactly sure yet. I might have some ideas, Duffman, but I still gotta work that out. I really love building accessories for dioramas, the smaller stuff, kind of like what you're doing. Yes, I think the props are really, really fun. And lots of times if you're taking pictures, you don't even really need the whole diorama. A set of props and a backdrop is more than enough. So these are handmade. This is all foam. And then we got it like painted up and glued on, and it's just, you know, a pen wrote on there, kind of inscribed in. And these look pretty good. I was experimenting with different, you know, ways of just bending things on using pins to hold it all down as I went around. Some of these might have been hot glue also, but I think I'm pretty sure these were pinned with aliens. And, you know, just cutting pieces up, putting them together. The 2 side blocks are glued on one piece there. But they look pretty good once you paint them up. And then I did one out of wood, which is also foam. And then we have these 3D prints. So this was the first like basic one I made in Blender. And then I kind of upgraded it and got a little bit more fancy with the cross inset. And I have some of these bigger ones too, same style, that I haven't painted yet. Let me hold this up a little bit closer. But yeah, they're really fun. I had one of my first videos I did on YouTube, because I have about, I think it's 4 or 5 videos I did 7 or 8 years ago now, and then I stopped doing anything on YouTube for probably about 5 or 6 years. But one of the first videos is me making tombstones similar to this, but not quite as complicated, just a simple tombstone, you know, dry brushed with the little RIP on there. But yeah, tombstones are fun because you could knock them out quick. And actually, Eduardo, it's good that you asked me that, because with Halloween coming up, we'll probably do some tombstone and Halloween prop stuff in one of the live streams. Maybe September, maybe October. something to drink. I think we're going to go with a seltzer. I really love building systems. Okay, Brick, take it easy. Thanks for coming by, man. I know it's late. So the laser I have, like I said, I haven't even ran it yet. I've just been playing with the software a little bit. It's the X-Tools M1. So it's a little bit fancier. It's an enclosed one. It's not one of the open ones, so it's a little bit smaller. It's about 11 by 11 or like 11 by 14 inside. I would have liked something a little bit bigger, but I was more thinking of using it for props, not dioramas. And a big selling point on it for me was it is enclosed and it's got a duct on the back of it, so I can pipe it out a window without having to build an enclosure for it. Because I'm in an apartment. I could put it in the garage, but that would just be a pain. I want to have it up near me. So yeah, it's actually sitting on my bed right now. I kind of, because I have it where the hot wire cutter is right now. But yeah, looking forward to using that. I think I'm gonna try and make prop pieces with it. Some, maybe not the entire prop, but like components of it. I've seen a few people, one lady in particular that does dollhouse miniatures, and she designs kits and then sells them, not even built, just model kits that she designs and then sells them, makes them on her laser cutter. I was thinking something like that might be kind of cool. I do want to get to where I would like to be able to have item drops every now and then, because people ask me for commissions all the time, and I used to do them, but I'm just turning them away now because I just kind of don't. I don't want to say I don't feel like doing them, but I feel like it's a little interruptive sometimes to just being creative and doing stuff. So I would like to have an item that I can offer people, that's, and I might even paint it. I don't know. Maybe I'll if I can figure out a way to make a bunch of them, maybe I'll do like 20 of them, paint them up, and put them up for sale. Maybe even do a Kickstarter at some point. I don't know. But we got to see. But I've been wanting to play with that technology. I have 3 3D printers, but I can't stand resin. Resin is nasty. Man, those resin printers, they have nice results, but they are freaking nasty. It stinks. You can't get it on your skin. Not a big fan of that. So, in the FDM printer, I really like them, but they just, all those little lines and stuff in there, it's cool for some things, like these tombstones, having some lines in there doesn't really matter to me, because it's a rough look. But for making like a console like this, having those lines in there, it just wouldn't look good to me. I don't know. Maybe I can tweak it and try that. But I just don't like the look of it. So 6 of these, half a dozen of the other. We'll see how the laser cutter turns things out. Might try some crates, some funky crates too. We'll see. Like Jason Jensen. I don't know, because I just spit so many words out of my mouth in the last 5 minutes. I don't know exactly what you're referencing. But is that the YouTuber you mean that I saw make model kits? Because no, I don't know who that is. So no, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to check him out because it's something I kind of want to do. The whole live on the fly building technique is why I watch any diorama builder. Yeah, I think that's definitely cool, the improvisation. Building any of this stuff is, to an extent, problem solving. HO kits and sci-fi kits. He's selling. He's awesome. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, my thought on that was, even if I can't produce them rapidly, with a laser cutter I have, at least I can prototype something and get something going to where I feel it meets my standard and I like the way it looks. And then if I want to outsource it to another company to print them all, I already have the item designed. The one thing I don't like about laser cut items is they often have those little tabs, kind of like the box joints on the end. I'm not a fan of that at all. Obviously, you could probably cover most of that with trim placement, but I have to think about it. TJ5 Ash, what's up, man? Sorry for the late arrival. Yeah, I got a late start tonight anyway. But let me see, what time? How long have I been going here? Wow, we've been going almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. That went a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to. Stuck at work as usual, huh, man? But yeah, I'll check that Jason Jensen guy out. Does he do live streams, or he just does videos and then obviously building the kits? That is way too much glue. Look at all that glue. What are you doing, man? We'll let that set up a little bit before I mess with it again. Videos, I think. I haven't seen a live stream. Cool. Cool. You got me interested now. So if there's any other guys or ladies that you guys know that are making any kind of laser cut kits that you think I should check out, feel free to let me know, because yeah, I definitely want to look into that. And is he selling just kits, or does he ever sell them assembled and painted? Just videos. He has a room for his trains, has been working on for years, and he also has a whole room dedicated to sci-fi layout. That is awesome. That sounds awesome. I really want that too. I used to have this thought, not sci-fi, but fantasy, where I was going to do a dungeon and just keep building rooms and then have the above ground, kind of inspired by Zelda. Okay. Sounds cool, though. Definitely check him out. I used to do Etsy a long time ago. And I might need to do something like that again. And honestly, I'm being a little bit of a pain. Like I have a lot of stuff, like piles of stuff, and eventually I'm gonna have to probably make some space. But honestly, I don't like dealing with shipping and boxing. I mean, I've done that. I used to sell on eBay. I used to sell on Amazon. But I kind of just want to play with stuff, you know? I just want to make things and make some videos, do some lives. But I'm sure I'll have a physical item sale of some sort at some point here. I've had quite a bit of interest in the sci-fi consoles. People have asked me if I'm doing any commissions on those. Never mind, Duffman knows everything. Yeah. Does laser kits as well. Wait a minute, who are you saying? I think that's who got Jason into it all. They have a YouTube as well. What are you saying? I didn't see who you mentioned. Just videos. Duffman, I'm not sure. Oh, FOS scale models. Okay, I thought it was a typo and you were typing out 4 scale models. All right, got you. The other day last week, there was a girl in here that said I was getting streamer brain. I like that. That must be one of the things that the kids might say, but that's very accurate. Streamer brain. I don't know, this is pretty done. Could do a little more trim here and there. This piece of wood is a little bit too proud. I didn't get the trim to cover it all the way, so if I put anything up against it, it's going to look kind of wonky. But I specialize in wonky, so that's not too bad. Let's see, I would do that. Oh, you know what? I'll just carve it in. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Cool. I don't watch Toy Federation, but I have heard the name before, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you guys know Hella Dope Toys, but they've talked about it a couple of times where toy YouTube is really weird. There's just all these little like pockets where you would think everyone would know each other, but you literally just get off in the weeds with this group over here and that group over there, and no one even knows what's going on. And it's kind of YouTube's fault a little bit. Like, I think they could do a better job of organizing, especially live streams. There should be a better way of categorizing the live stream so you can search, but you know, whatever. What they're doing is obviously working to an extent, so can't really complain. It's like porn stars but a toy store. No, I haven't seen that. Sounds interesting. Entertaining. Kind of got me thinking about Halloween stuff now. I do like the way this one came out. This is the only one I did like that. Very, very flimsy because this is foam. Definitely could make it out of popsicle sticks and would have a lot more strength. Harder to get the texture in popsicle sticks though. I could just go at it with a wire brush and it'll get there eventually, but probably won't be quite as defined. Kind of funny when you can make better wood out of foam than you can out of wood. Oh, that was another thing I was thinking with the laser engraver is I had people ask me multiple times to do specific names on tombstones, but because I was just doing it with a pen, it wasn't going to look very good. You know, someone wanted me to do a Batman one with Bruce Wayne's parents. I know it's Martha Wayne. Was it Bruce and Martha Wayne or Thomas? I can't remember Bruce Wayne's dad, but I'm sure someone here knows it. But I could definitely probably someone else could definitely use the laser engraver to engrave in foam, a tombstone and the date and everything. I'm going to have to learn what the proper intensity is for the laser to not completely just blow through the foam. I'm guessing it's probably about as low as you could dial it. If not, I could make it out of wood, and that would look cool too. Froggy flips. That's another one I think I've seen, but I can't place it. There's just so many of them. The grain probably is too big on the sticks. Yeah, that's really what it is. It just doesn't, the scale doesn't look right. It looks cooler when you make it out of foam. I feel like I want to add something else to this. You know what, maybe a little control panel or something. Maybe just a button.
So I'll put a little clay button on. You know what? I might have a clay piece made already. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna start keeping all my little bits. I have a drawer unit over there now, so that's really gonna be handy for this type of stuff. I might pre-bake a bunch of these. Looking at it, I kind of feel like it should have been there now, but you know what? We'll just throw one there too. I want this to be a little thinner though. Thomas Allen Wayne. Okay, so Thomas and Martha Wayne. Nice, thank you. Yeah, I think there was a tombstone specifically from Batman the Animated Series that guy wanted. And it looked really cool. And I was like, yeah, I could do that, but I don't think I can. And my handwriting sucks. I don't know how to do calligraphy or any of that stuff, so. Ooh, excuse me. Very flat, is it? Scratch that piece. What about this guy? I must have something thinner than that. Yeah, that's a little better. put some like little random, maybe red and green lights on the side there, little blinkies. Oh yeah, I was gonna add a square right there. I guess I could use. Yeah, let me use this stuff. Okay, fellas, I'm off to bed. It's 2:10 a.m. All right, good night, Duffman. Take care. Fat Red Foo Random, thank you for letting me check out your live stream. I'll pop in for the next one and check out what I missed. Thank you very much. I will put it on replay. I put them all up. I'm trying to get my watch time hours up so I can eventually get monetized. I have the subscribers, but not the watch time yet, but I'm getting closer. I'm going to actually end it here, too, here in a moment, because it's pretty late. It's 1:13. I started after 11, so thank you, everyone, for coming by, hanging out. I appreciate it. It's much nicer than me talking to myself to have some people to talk to, and you guys give me great ideas. I mean, look, I'm going to be checking out Jason Jensen and FOS scale models and taking a look at what they're doing, and it's really cool, the exchange of ideas. I mean, I've gotten great ideas from the chat here before, so thank you everyone for coming by, and I'll be here again next Friday, hopefully. Or wait, is next Friday the 25th? Yeah, I think next Friday's the 25th. I'm going to stream here, but I might be on someone else's show. We're going to see how that works out. I'm not exactly sure how that goes, but it's going to be like simultaneous, I think. But either way, I'll let you guys know on my Instagram community board when that happens. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend.